Welcome artists to Monet Cafe Studio. In this lesson, we are painting tiny. Now, is this too tiny to use soft pastels? I'll be painting on the traditional 2.5 inch by 3.5 inch size that's often called artist trading card size. I'm going to talk a lot about that, and you're going to watch me bring this painting to life. Let's first talk about my products. The surface that I'm using is Sennelier La Carte pastel card. It's called card because it's kind of thick like a card. And I just cut my own little 2.5 by 3.5 inch piece. It looks really tiny on that big board, right? And I love this surface because it has such a nice sanded surface. It's very textural, and I think it creates a feeling of impressionism. It just is really soft. And I'm using the type that is not water friendly, so I'm not going to use any water-based mediums for an underpainting. This is just soft pastels. And as I always say, use what you have and improvise. And guess what pastels work great on this surface? Well, that would be Sennelier Pastels, the same company. It's a French company, and I think they layer so beautifully like butter on this surface. And this is the little Sennelier half stick set of 40. A little more expensive than some brands of pastels, but they are so worth it. So if you ever get any birthday money, perhaps you could treat yourself. Now, I love how vibrant these colors are, but there's also still some nice neutrals in here. And I chose this set. I just wanted to grab something kind of quickly to paint. I noticed all these bright, beautiful colors for some of the flowers. So let's take a look at this beautiful reference. The reference image is once again from unsplash.com. Look at these gorgeous flowers. And you guys know I love using this site. Oh, thank you to photographer Morgane Le Breton. I think I said that right. And I never go anywhere. So that's why I have to use these reference images like this. But it's a beauty. Now, while I paint, I'm going to share with you a little bit about the history and the story of artist trading cards. But if you're a patron of mine on my Patreon page, you're going to, well, you actually already received this graphic and a downloadable graphic with the whole interesting history of these tiny treasures. Also, a quick mention that the Patreon version of this lesson is all real time with full commentary throughout. And I'll tell you how to become a patron in just a minute. And it's only $5 a month. So that's a great way to unlock all these goodies I'm always talking about. I am going to keep the first part of this real time so I can just give you some more relaxed commentary. I find when I speed it up, I often talk very fast to follow the speed. So look at this beautiful green. Now, I did not use only that Sennelier 40 half stick set. This is a beautiful blue-green color with a value that's middle to dark. And I thought it would be nice to go ahead and block in some of these deeper grasses in the foreground. Now, here's a trick if you're a brand new artist. Pastel painting is about a layering process. Really, many mediums are the same concept. And we like to go ahead and get in the basic colors and values prior to adding the fun part, like the flowers. So you'll see me hold off on painting the flowers. And how am I choosing these colors and values? Well, a great tip is to squint your eyes really hard and look at the reference image. And the dark that you see me adding here, this is actually a really dark green. I think that one is one from the Sennelier 40 half stick set. I'm really looking at where those darkest values are in my reference image. And by squinting your eyes, what you're doing is you're filtering the light. So you can actually see the values better with less light. If you dim your lights, you can see values better too. So now I'm taking that same original blue-green that I started with, just glazed a little bit in the background. And you'll notice in the reference image, there's no sky showing. It's basically a field of flowers with some darker trees in the distance. And I'm going to tweak that a little bit. I'm going to break out my artistic license. But now I got a beautiful earthy green. It's not too punchy in color, but I would say it's a middle value. And I'm just layering, glazing some of this color in areas where I see the field is a little bit lighter. And often we think of art and painting as more difficult than it really is. Once you learn a few simple concepts, it really is not that hard. Like I say always, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm totally self-taught. So now I'm glazing a little bit more of that blue-green, and again, just looking at the values right now. Now, I know that background trees are a bit darker, so I went back to that dark green. It's like a foresty green, and I decided I love depth in an image. I decided to make a band of trees that are a little bit closer in the field and some that are further away. So that's why I made just one side of those trees darker. And I'm just getting in these basic dark block end shapes, and the flowers will have a beautiful bed of greenery to rest upon. You may notice if you've followed my channel long that often I will go ahead and get some flowers in first before adding all of this grass and background. But that's typically when flowers are larger. These flowers are so tiny, it's really best to add them on after you get the grasses in. Now, I was just testing some of these greens and I felt like that one was a little bit too light for right now. So I just brought my pretty neutral green back in. This one's not one that I used yet, I don't think. It's a little bit darker, and you'll notice in the reference image that the right side, the right upper side in the field is a little bit darker, and I'm imagining that's because there are trees like I've sketched in here, and those trees are kind of casting some shadows. So I'm using the same green to kind of connect some of the colors together and keeping a light touch. I'm not pressing really hard. That was one of the mistakes that I made as an early artist. I felt like I had to fill in all of that tooth of the paper showing through, and it's really a gradual process. Resist the urge to press really hard. These pastels will start to layer themselves as you get more layers down. Now, I'm going to keep this real time a bit longer, and I wanted to talk to you a bit more about the subject or the title I made of this video and lesson, which is this too small to do a pastel painting? I mean, pastels are pretty chunky, and if you were doing oil or acrylic, you could probably get some really tiny brushes to paint on a tiny surface. But I actually think soft pastels are perfect for painting tiny, even when you see me pull out some of the much larger pastels, because when you use larger pastels, oh, I'm going to add some purples in here. I'm just showing my purple collection. Purples are great for shadows. So I'm just getting a bit more color variety in the deep grasses. But back to my point, when you use chunky pastels on a small surface, it forces you to keep things very impressionistic and loose. And that's why I often say when I'm doing a painting that does require brushes, I often say, especially at the beginning stages of a painting, use the largest brush that you can. It's going to restrict you from getting too tight and too tiny too soon. So I love tiny painting with soft pastels because I find that usually when I'm done, they are very impressionistic and they're always a fun experience. You don't get as serious about the painting, maybe because it's small, and they often end up becoming more painterly and fun. As you can see, I've added a little bit more of this dark purple. Now, this is a Terry Ludwig pastel. I believe it's what's called the eggplant color. It's a gorgeous dark. It looks like it's black. It's actually a really dark purple. It's a favorite pastel and pastel brand. Terry Ludwig is a brand that's made in the United States, and it's just a great company. Now, finally, time for some flowers. I'm really just examining these little flower shapes. They almost look like snapdragons or flowers that have a long stem and some little petals that kind of radiate around the stem. Very delicate. Now that leads me to, oh, that's a Terry Ludwig pastel in my hand too. I love that magenta color. But that leads me to something else I wanted to point out with this. My goal, or I imagined when I started this, that I'd have my flowers so teeny tiny and delicate, like is in the reference image. But back to my point about the chunky pastels, I found it was very hard to keep them that tiny. So I end up making my flowers a little larger, and I had so much fun. I probably added too many flowers by the end of this painting, but I needed a bit of brightness. My family's been going through a challenge with my father, who's been diagnosed with dementia, and it's just been, really hard. I know many of you guys understand that trial and that journey and how much we love our loved ones. But I thought this painting with some happy flowers would brighten my spirit, and it did. So that's probably why I got a little carried away with the flowers. You'll see coming soon. And I am going to speed it up at this point and share with you what I mentioned earlier about the history of this particular size tiny painting. Again, a 2.5 inch by 3.5 inch size. The history is pretty fun. So this size painting is often called artist trading cards. And these can be any medium or any subject matter, but the concept of artist trading cards began as a conceptual art project in 1997 by a Swiss artist. And the idea was simple: for the artist to create unique, self-made works of art in the standard 2.5 by 3.5 format, which happens to be the same size as a baseball card. So the concept was to trade these with other artists, not to sell these. And artists would meet at trading sessions to swap cards, build rapport, and collect each other's work. So the concept to me is really beautiful. It's artists sharing their original works with other artists. In my Patreon version of this lesson, I presented that to my patrons about us doing that with each other. And I've already gotten some great response. So maybe I can coordinate that to where my patrons and myself can trade our little tiny paintings with each other. And now let me tell you how to become part of my Patreon family. It's really easy. Like I said, it's only $5 a month. You unlock hundreds of lessons, all of the goodies I'm always talking about, you'll have access to. And one of my favorite things is it's a family. I get to see your work. We have a lot of fun, contests, and more. I also have a coupon code you can use during the month of March to get 50% off your first month, and that coupon code is 146DB. We're going to get back to painting, I promise, but while I've got you here, could I get you to go ahead and like this video, the thumbs up? Also, subscribe if you haven't already, and by all means, leave me a comment. I love to hear from you. Now, let me share a little bit more about these tiny treasures. Because these little artist trading cards became so popular, especially on eBay around 2004, the no sale rule created a bit of a hurdle for collectors. People wanted to buy them. So to get around this, there's a new term called ACEO, and that is what is meant by these little paintings that are for sale. And that stands for Art Cards Editions and Originals. That just seems so hard to remember. I always call them artist trading cards, but the ACEOs are a way that these were made available for sale, and you can buy other artists' tiny paintings. So it's really a beloved way for artists to practice, market their work, and share their style to the world in a pocket-sized format. All right, while I've been talking, you can see I did have a lot of happy, colorful fun with these flowers. Again, it was a little hard to keep them that small, but I'm zooming in a bit here. And I'm sorry, my shadow kept getting in front of me. I'm still tweaking the lighting in my new studio. Here is the final. I wanted to zoom in so you can see all the texture and color. And again, I think painting this small with soft pastel lends itself to impressionism and gesture. Here it is in the sunshine. This was so fun. Again, leave me a comment, like this video, please subscribe, become a patron, and as always, God bless and happy painting.